Ed, you've been in our service for well over a year and a half. I know that you have had great success in meeting with a lot of different professionals in your town. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, you were one of the first people to tell me that you have an estate attorney in your very own building that you tried to meet with for a long time. Isn't that true?
That is correct. It was actually a few floors down from me, and never could meet the guy, and then suddenly he wants to meet me.
Great. And wasn't there a pending $200,000 deal, if I remember correctly?
We bought that in and signed him up.
Fantastic. Good. So tell me, what else would you say that, being in for such a while, meeting with other different professionals, give me some of the ripple effects and how it's affected your professional life.
I think the main thing is that most of us in the financial services field, we get base hits, and we work very hard on getting those base hits. What we all dream about is bagging the elephant.
Yeah.
And most of those people, they are referred to you. They don't just walk in the door. Or there's some chit-chat at a cocktail party or something like that. So the ripple effect is really what you're looking for. And just in terms of that one guy that is at the attorneys or at the CPA, and the client says, well, who do you think I ought to go see? Well, if your name is first and foremost on their list, not because they have a mailer or they've seen an ad or something like that, but where you've actually been in the office, suddenly you're a flesh and blood human being, and he says, well, why don't you call this guy?
Mm-hmm.
And also you get ripple effects in a kind of a synergistic kind of way, because your advertising may be out there, your mailers may be out there, whatever kind of marketing you do, but then the client says, well, I'm thinking about going and seeing this guy. And, oh, yeah, nice guy. Yeah, you ought to go see him. So you get a synergistic effect with your other types of marketing.
Right.
And then it can open up, if you're the sort of guy that likes to do that, which I am, it opens up other business prospects and opportunities that you never would have thought were possible.
I think that's well said, and I say it as a marketer as building your name, building your brand, building your fame, and I think that again I also call it a cumulative effect, where all of a sudden not only have you met with lots of different professionals and leaders and people of influence in your town, but as you said, indirectly they may talk to somebody else who then may express an interest in going to see you or just a financial advisor, and if you're on their top of mind or top of consciousness, they're automatically going to say, you should go see this guy.
That's what you're really looking for, because one of the things that we have to do in our particular line of work is to get out of that just a salesman mentality, because anybody can do that. And one of the things that we've seen in the financial services marketplace is the client no longer sees any difference between any of the names out there.
Right.
Whether it's a Merrill Lynch or whether it's a Morgan Stanley or whatever, we now know, there's pretty conclusive proof that they really don't care. They think that if you have a license, you're just as qualified as someone else. So name identification becomes important. You have to get your own name out there better than everyone else.
I think that's a really important point, because one of the things that I always say, and on our monthly teleclasses, I always talk about how people who drive by your sign have no idea how or why you're different than another financial advisor on the next block.
Right.
And this is really, something that I believe is the most efficient and effective way of really almost coming in the back door, because we all know referrals make the best new clients.
Yeah.
And so would you say that's true as well?
Oh, definitely. You don't have the skepticism. You don't have the arguing with people. You don't have the trying to convince them what they should do. They come in, they sit down, and they say, okay, what do you think I ought to do? And at that point, it becomes you deciding what they're going to purchase from you.
Right. Which is definitely an easier opportunity to secure a long-term client. And then, of course, they have their referrals, and they spread word of mouth for you as well.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, that's great feedback. Is there anything else that you would feel is important for, say, another financial advisor to hear, to know, if they were considering?
This allows you to break through that first barrier of, I only refer to that guy because I go to church with him. He's a complete incompetent, but like I said, he goes to church with me. You have to get over that and get where the referrals are coming your direction. And this is a great way to do that.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time and your feedback, and I wish you, as always, continued success as we continue to move into our second year together.
Okay.
Thanks.